So, John, thanks a lot for joining us. Please maybe just introduce yourself, what you do, and who you work with for everyone.
Sure, yeah. John Rolls with Ivanti. I'm a Vice President of Product Management for our user workspace management product lines. So people are more familiar with the AppSense brand and Res software.
So what's Ivanti's overall business, just so that everyone understands?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because Ivanti is a merger of many companies, probably best known through like Landesk or Lumention or Front Range Heat. And our mission is to help IT. We work with IT departments basically, and we're trying to unify and automate different tasks and roles they perform to make their lives easier and get more value out of their investments. And so we touch everything from patch management to desktop management to service desk and so on. So a whole range of disciplines.
So your client is the IT department, and your goal is ultimately to save money and make their lives easier?
Exactly, and that's exactly it, yeah. We sell to pretty much every vertical, but it's typically the IT team we're working with.
So where does end user computing come into all of this?
Yeah.
So that, you know, we've talked to several people who have talked about everything being around the data center and the cloud, and yet you're actually, the customer is out there at the edge.
You know, the edge is a big thing for us. We've got long DNA, 30 years back in managing, well, the PCs originally, our roots in Landesk go way back. But, then through more recent acquisitions, then through patch management and everything to do with the desktop. So my particular world, we look after what we call the user workspace. So whereas most end user computing is focused on the device, or how do I get a computing environment in front of the user, we deal with the actual user experience as well. We go a level beyond. What does the user want to get out of that environment? How does IT control their experience? And give them a customized, secured environment that's optimized for them. So that's what we do. We go a level beyond just device management. We actually personalize and perfect the user environment.
So the changing workforce right now, which I think plays to what you're saying about IGEL strength, is it started with what I knew as bring your own device, BYOD, right? And so everyone's starting to show up at work with iPhones and Android devices in Windows environments. Today, you have to create a user experience that is agnostic, device agnostic, without driving the IT department, who's your client, out over the wall through the window. So how does IGEL help that?
There's a whole ecosystem here of software and partners and IGEL working together to be able to deliver computing environments and applications onto any of those devices, but doing it in a secure way. Yeah, that's where we work together to secure and optimize that Windows desktop experience and Windows application experience onto any of those devices.
And what's the impact that you see to the IT department? We've had other people sitting in the same chair you are saying, we just had one out of retail, and she said, we ran hundreds and hundreds of stores with one person in IT.
Right.
Worrying about that. Have you seen similar impact?
Oh, yeah. No, you can dramatically simplify the job of that IT person by, if you standardize your computing environment and you standardize and secure the way it's accessed, then you can deal with any number of stores, locations, devices, whatever it is, because that is the way you get to it, and it's available on any device.
If you're talking to one of your clients who expects you to be relatively agnostic because you're trying to provide the best solution, why would you tell them IGEL is a great bet?
It's a great bet because actually it's what you said a minute ago, really, the fact it's hardware agnostic. I think people still associate the thin client market with being, plugging toasters, frankly, and just pushing those devices. And really, the software flexibility is really key. Just also technically, I mean, IGEL has really come on leaps and bounds, where frankly the other thin client manufacturers have been more static, and IGEL's continued to innovate. And so, we're very proud to partner and work with them.
Have you, so there was a big shift at IGEL from hardware only to software only.
Yeah.
Was that a smart move?
Absolutely. I mean, everything's going software defined these days. I mean, data center, crop farming. I mean, these things are all defined by software these days, and the hardware becomes a commodity. So that's a very future thinking way. And we're seeing in our world as well, whereas increasingly, in the past you would have requirement to stand up on-premises infrastructure, servers and databases and stuff in the data center. Everything's becoming a service now. It's all just software somewhere in the cloud, and you just consume it. So the whole world is going that way.
If I was one of your clients or potential clients, the consistent story that I've heard here has 3 legs to the stool.
Okay.
Secure, good, consistent end user experience, and cost effective.
You should work for us. Yeah. That's
So-
perfect. That's exactly it. Yeah.
So how does IGEL hit all those, if you wouldn't mind just explaining that?
Well, I'm going to talk about the kind of partnership between IGEL and Ivanti. I mean, that's how we work together on those. So secure is about locking down the user experience and about context awareness. So where you are, what your role is, what your department is, what your location is, what device you're on. Again, that's where the IGEL bit comes in, because we can now get intelligence about that device and selectively apply security rules based on that. Also, the patch management. Most security exploits take advantage of unpatched software, and again, Ivanti has a really strong patch management play that again works with devices and endpoints of all types. What do you say? Security, end user experience. Again, consistency of experience, making sure it's centrally controlled and optimized. That's where we work together, so that IT can provide an environment that's completely tailored to that user, that group of users, the device they're on, how the environment's configured. And it's all about reducing the cost of managing the endpoint. At the end of the day, operational costs are the vast majority of the costs in IT. Yes, there's a hardware bill to pay as well, but then you typically pay multiples on top of that in just managing the stuff, and then managing the whole life cycle of it. So simplifying, automating all of that, and simplifying the hardware and the end user experience dramatically reduces the cost of running IT.
Are there any clients?
And also, it's also much simpler to manage as well. I mean, you're not only taking a legacy piece of hardware that's expensive to maintain, but you've also simplified the job of actually running that device as well, because it's a simple environment now. So, we partner with IGEL a great deal at Ivanti, because together the combined solution is all about providing this secure environment, a simplified environment that's customized for the user, optimized for them, and ultimately delivers much lower cost. And we see the combination of IGEL and Ivanti together gives us new levels of being able to deliver that to our customers.
So, John, thanks a lot for talking with us today. Really appreciate it.
Not at all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.